Okay, let's move on to level 7. Create your animations. Next, you will create your animations in the Animation tab. Don't forget to make multiple animations if you want your sprite to change appearance according to how it's moving. Okay, so let's move these instructions now. I guess that's all they want us to do in this level is create the animations. So let's choose characters. I am going to make a platform game, so we're going to want some platforms too. Characters. Okay, let's scroll through these. I don't like what I see yet. So, yeah, let's make a little, oh, I like this guy. Green monster. Alright. What else do we need? Platforms. Is there an objects? Obstacles? That's pretty cool. If you want a spring. Let's search platform. Okay, we're gonna have to think of something else. Alright, if you go into environment, they have some things that are kind of like platforms. So I'm gonna use these. Ground stone. And I'm gonna name this platform. Now, something like this, me naming this platform, you do not need to do this. You can name it something else, or you can put in something else. Remember, I want you to customize your game. Okay, what other animations will we need? Well, we're going to need some coins for him to collect. Aw. They're playing cards too. That's cool. Okay, let's use the coin. I like these, and I like that it's spinning. And should we make... Yeah, let's make something that the green monster has to avoid. So it looks like the coins will be a good thing. What can be a bad thing? Let's say he has to watch out for flying forks. Okay? This will be the object that if the character, which is our green monster, if the character gets hit by this fork, his lives will decrease. And I think that's it. I think that's all we need for animations. And I don't think we need to make them appear just yet. Create your sprites, yes. Now you will create your sprites and give them starting properties in the Create Sprites area of your code. For each sprite, you should create the sprite in the correct place on the screen, set its animation, set its velocity and rotation speed, set its collider and bounciness. After you create each sprite, test it before making the next one. Okay, that's a good way to approach this. Just create one sprite at a time. If your sprite's position will need to be reset later in your game, it's a good idea to make a function that sets the position of this sprite that you can use again later. Okay, so let's not make this too complicated. Let's create the green monster sprite first, okay? So someone put a comment in here to create your sprites here. So I'm going to put them below that comment. And I'm going to go to the sprites drawer. And as usual, I'm going to grab these first two blocks. And let's name this sprite Green Monster. I typically like to name my variables, my sprites, the same name they have in the animation tab. So I'm sticking with green monster here. Set the animation to green monster. Okay, so create the sprite in the correct place on the screen. I think we can keep it 200, 200 for now. Set its animation, we did that. Set its velocity. Oh wait, this is one thing we didn't do, size. So let's see how it looks. Okay, so that's too big. So we want to use sprite.scale. And let's say 0.2, 5 times smaller. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good size. I'm going to keep it like that. Create the sprite in the correct place. We did that. Set its animation, set its velocity, and rotation speed if needed. Okay. So, set the position. No, I don't think we need to create a function to set the position. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna make all the sprites appear on the screen first, and then I'm gonna figure all that out. So we got the green monster. Now we want to create the platform. So again, every time you create a sprite, you want to put these two blocks in. This is platform. $200, 200 will overlap our green monster, so let's just go 100, 100. Okay, look how big this is. We obviously want this to be much smaller, so let's grab a sprite.scale block and we'll make it 0.1. So it's 10 times smaller. I think we want it a little bigger than that. Let's make it 0.15. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we created the platform. And now we want these bronze coins, which are called bronze. So again, in the sprites drawer, first 2 blocks. That's what we always do with the sprites. And I'm going to name this bronze. And let's change this position so we can see it clearly and it's not overlapping any other things. Okay, and this is too big, so I think let's try sprite.scale 0.2. Yeah, I think that looks appropriate in proportion to these other sprites. Okay, so now we have the fork. Okay, so the fork, I kind of want to rotate it so it's falling from the sky. How do we rotate this? Well, when I rotated it, it changed directions. Can we undo that? Okay. What does this do? Crop the sprite. Resize the drawing area. Not sure how to rotate this sprite. Oh, you know what? We can just use sprite.rotation. Okay, we'll do that. So let's create this fork sprite. Okay, I forgot to change the position, so let's put 100, 300, so it'll be down here. And this is obviously too big, so let's put a sprite.scale in here, and I also want to rotate it downwards, so let's sprite.rotation. So fork and scale, I think a third of its original size will be good, I think. Sprite.rotation. I'm not sure how this works, I forget. So I'll just put a 1 in there, see what happens. Okay, it didn't look like it rotated much, so maybe 180. Yeah, okay, so it's falling downward. And I like the size of that. Maybe we should make it a little bigger so people can see that it's a fork. I did 0.4. Yeah, that looks good too. Okay, so I have all my animations, right? Okay, yeah, I have all my animations, but I want more platforms. Let's make 3 platforms. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to change this one to be called platform 1. Okay, and now I'm going to make 2 more. So I'm going to highlight these 3 blocks that pertain to platform 1. I'm going to click, make sure your cursor is right beneath platform 1 blocks. I'm going to paste it, and I think I can paste it again. Yep. And now we're just going to change these from platform 1 to platform 2 and 3. And delete that. You might prefer to do this in show text mode. I like to do it in block mode. Okay, so now there should be 3 blocks. And let's change the position, the starting position. We'll do 200, 300, and 250, 250. I don't know where these are going to be, but okay, that's fine for now. Okay. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that my game is going to have 3 levels with 3 different backgrounds, like the ones we've already created. I think I want my character to be hopping from platform to platform and try and get up. So when he hits this mark right here, it changes to the second background. That's what I'm thinking right now. It might be hard to do. So let's fix these platforms in better areas. So I'm looking at this. If you look at my X and Y value, about 80 and 340. So I'm going to put the platform that is closest to 300, which is platform 2. I'm going to change that to 80, 340. And this looks good right here. So I'm going to try and have the character jump from platform to platform. Okay, so does that mean it's going to need a velocity? No, but it's going to need controls like left, right, and up to make it jump from platform to platform. But I do want velocity for this fork. Maybe the coin will just be an extra point or an extra life or something. But the fork, I think I want that falling from the sky. So let's make a velocity for the fork. And we want it going down. So that's Y. And let's look at the Y value. So it's increasing as it goes down, so that means we want it to be a positive. Let's say 3. And that would also mean we want this to have random X position? Yes. A random X position.